Well, okay. I suppose we can get started. So last time our heroes descended into the silver mine to clean it out of the taint that existed there, and they found the spiders, and they were successful at fighting the spiders until the last big one put up a heck of a fight, but the PCs managed to put it down and cornered it. And while it was kind of exploded in a very strange sort of explosion from light emanating from within its own body. And what was left behind was a metallic egg. Um, and now our intrepid heroes are damaged but not deterred. So let's start with you, Tor. Who are you and who are you playing?
I am playing Yu Wei, the Tiger Slaver, whose motto is I can move mountains, and whose current goals are to eliminate the Fire Strike Gang and to eliminate the mercenaries.
Sounds good. All right, next up we have Ning.
Hello, I am playing Ning, the Kirin sword dancer. Her motto is for the glory, and her personality is proud, and she just have the goals of to defeat the mercenaries and defeat the flaming strike gang.
All right. And next up we have Tamra Jin.
Yes, I'm playing Tamara Jin, the Spider Mare. Actions speak louder than words, and she's interested in eliminating or uncovering the mystery of the Firestrike Gang, those mercenaries, and discovering the mystery of this egg.
Da 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 da.
Da, da, da.
And last but not least, we have Yazi.
I'm playing Yazi, the Wolf Dragon Artisan. My personality is confident. My motto is all will be revealed. I currently have the goals of make a pact with the Shang Zhu, uncover, defeat the Firestrike Gang, and defeat the mercenaries.
Woots, woots. All right. And not with us tonight is Sheng Lupo, our slinky boy. So for the sake of levity, I guess he decided he was cowardly and left. Oh no.
He slinked off. How could we have
Exactly.
predicted this?
Nobody could have foreseen this. So, so yes, if I recall correctly, our PCs were discussing the merits of pulling up the egg out of the mine, or the soon-to-be mine.
I think we actually managed to accomplish it.
Oh, yes. I
With
think
some
that's
very big strength rolls and some rope. Rope that's not too short.
exactly.
Well, in time we should be able to get it out.
Yep. After maybe a couple hours, you kind of are able to pull it up. It's definitely slow going, but you do get it out in the sunlight. And as the sun begins to dip behind the trees, it just sends this very beautifully cascading, like almost like a disco ball in terms of like the light reflecting off of it.
Ooh, pretty.
So
Very pretty. Well, I guess for the time being, though, we're definitely not going anywhere, not in the middle of the night, and not with this. So we ought to just set up camp and, rest until morning.
How far away is it down?
about a day and a half journey.
Well, then I probably rode the wagon out here, didn't I?
Well, I don't remember if you did or not, but
Well, all my guys, I don't think I'm a walking type. I think I'm a
okay.
I mean, obviously I am, I've got hiking, but I mean, at the same time, why wouldn't I have used the wagon?
Right. No, that's a fair point. Well, you can definitely try to go at night if you want to, but
Yeah.
on wagon it should take you only a day.
My cycle is night. I'm normally awake at night. So, yeah.
Well, given that we've been rather bloodied during this fight, I would suggest taking some.
Here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to get on the wagon with my people. How many people do you think we could fit on the wagon?
Well, definitely all those that you brought with, and
Not
let's
me.
see. Well, you could say, let's say, you could probably fit 8 in the back, and 1 up front to help drive the wagon.
Alright, so me and one of my guards driving. Plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I will take your town guards. No, wait. I still have my guards here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, I only brought 3 in the guards. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Who do you want to send with me?
Let's see. One of the town's guardmen looks like they are actually very injured, so I will suggest that they go back to town with you.
Because effectively we can take 10. 2 up front, 8 in the back.
Right, but we also have to make sure that we take this thing too, so
So
I don't want to leave too few hands.
Clearly, if we take Shang Lupo with us,
He's
That's
just
just-
hiding under the cart.
I mean, that's just the easiest way, because he's otherwise. That's
Mhm.
4. If we can take 6 more. I mean, that's
I think
5.
the
We
egg-
can take 5 more.
The egg will take up 2 spaces.
Well, do they want me to take the egg with me?
Yes, if you could leave it at my house.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more people I can take.
Tell you what, Tamara will suggest that the strong tiger boy and the pretty dancer go ahead and go back to town and rest because they too are heavily injured.
Or
And
how
Tamara will
about,
stay here with their soldiers and march back the following day.
Mayor? Why don't you come with me?
I wouldn't want to leave my men out in the woods alone.
Well, they'll be guarding these 2.
I'll just kind of look to Liu Wei and see how acceptable he is to any of the situation.
I just shrug him. Like I'm fine with anything.
That definitely sounds like a head wound to me. Maybe you should go back to town.
Okay, conversely, how many spots would Liu Wei take up?
Also 2.
It might just be Liu Wei.
Alright, well, you want to just come with me, Liu Wei?
Alright. I don't have to walk. I don't have to walk.
Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 for Liu Wei and 2 for the egg.
Yes. I thank you again, Yazi. You do us all a service.
So,
Yeah, no walking.
okay, Yazi, you kind of gather everybody up. Your boss guards, god tier level guards, help pull the egg up into the carts, and the group of you start going. And it's hard to sleep on a wagon because it's so bumpy, but after a while, you do hear people kind of sleeping a little bit. But as you're driving the cart, I assume, are you driving the cart?
No.
No? Okay. So you're not driving the cart, but you're just sort of sitting there looking at the stars, and you hear a voice that sounds like maybe somebody who's 8 to 10 years old, a boy's voice say, "Hello."
I guess
Nobody else seems to have noticed or heard it.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna look over at Neza, who I assume is driving. I'm sorry, what?
He looks at you and says, "I didn't say anything."
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
And about maybe 5 more minutes go by, and you hear it again, that same voice say, "Hello, I'm over here."
Hey, listen!
And it's coming from the direction of the egg.
Alright, I guess I'm gonna crane around and, arm on the side of the wagon, look back towards the back, where everyone's apparently sleeping, I guess, because Liu Wei should have been on this!
I'm not very observant.
What do I see back there?
You see it's just everybody who should be there is there. There's nobody following the wagon. It almost strange that it's like the voice seems to be like in your head.
Alright, I guess I'm going to turn around, look forwards again, and say, okay.
After, again, maybe 5 or 10 minutes, it says, "Are you a dragon?"
Half. I'm going to look over at Neza and say, ignore me for a minute.
He kind of turns around and says, "Yeah, ignore you? What do you mean?"
I'm going to start talking out loud, organizing my thoughts. Ignore me for a second.
All right. Whatever you say, boss.
There's a lot to do. I had to keep it all organized somehow.
Okay, fair enough. So what do you say?
I said half.
Half? It says, "You look like a dragon inside."
Yeah, I guess that's the half part.
But you don't look like a dragon on the outside.
That's the not half part.
How confusing.
I got it all together.
Are you waiting to be born?
I came and went.
What did you respond with?
I said that came and went.
Oh.
I'm trying to keep all answers ambiguous from the outside.
Yeah.
Like I could be going over ledges in my head for all I know. For all anybody else that might be listening knows.
Sure. The spider down there wasn't ready to be born, but I think you might be.
Okay, then what?
Well, then the inside can be the outside.
Right, but I mean, then what?
Well, I'd imagine all sorts of things can happen once you're born. I don't know. I've never been born before.
And what's that going to take?
I don't know yet. But maybe you can help me.
Right, but it depends on what that takes.
Well, I don't know. Maybe we'll think of something together. What's your name?
There's no real clever way to say your own name out loud without making it just sound like you're saying your own name. Name. Yazi.
And the Musa kind of looks back a little bit and then shrugs his shoulders. By the way, while this is going on, Tor,
Yes.
make a observation roll. Mind an observation to see if you can notice what's going on.
Alrighty then. I'm gonna go and on a limb here and say I probably not. Nope. I'm nursing a very big headache.
Yeah, you're a little worse for wear. You almost died, so I think, or you might have gotten knocked dying or something like that. I forget, but either way, yeah, you're you're oblivious to the conversation that's going on.
I tapped the saving throw, yes, to avoid the dying.
Yep. So, yeah, you're a little rattled even. You kind of saw your own life flash before your eyes. But the voice goes like, "Oh, Yazi, okay."
I guess I'm gonna just drop pretense here. And yours?
I had a lot of names. I was one up in heaven. Now I'm on Earth. I was a dragon once. Now I'm.
Alright, well, what was the first one?
Kind of pauses for a second, and then responds, "I don't remember." What do you think my name should be?
I mean, do you know why you're here?
Do you?
I wouldn't ask if I knew.
Then maybe I I wouldn't tell if I knew, maybe. I don't know. I don't know why I'm here.
Okay. Are you being confusing on purpose?
Not really. I don't know why I'm here. I just can see that you're a dragon.
Okay.
Do you want to be friends?
I don't see how that could hurt.
Well, that's good news. I can't wait. Anyway, I'm kind of sleepy. And then the voice stops.
Okay. I guess I'll turn back over to Neza and say, I think I'm done now.
He kind of looks at you. He's like, "Are you all right, boss?"
Well, you didn't get bit by those spiders, did you?
He shakes his head. Nope.
Yeah, I think there was something down there.
Should he really be the one driving?
No, yeah, Neza is the one driving.
And he kind of pauses and thinks, and he says, "I don't think you got bitten either."
No, that's what I'm saying. I think there was something down there. All that ichor and everything. Some of that stuff had to be left in there.
Yeah, I'm surprised nobody went after the venom or something. Whatever. Not my cup of tea.
But you got a mare here for that. A mare that produces venom.
Yeah, you heard Tamra. She wants us to milk her.
Oh, it's that kind of game, is it, huh? Okay. So speaking of, so that's what happens on kind of the cart trip home. But we'll go back to the folks who decided to stay behind. Tamra and I guess.
Yes,
Are you? What are your plans?
Well, it's getting dark. We're not going to march in the dark, I don't think. So I'm going to have everyone rest up, find their wounds up, and, well, set up camp.
Okay. That goes on for a couple hours. Pretty standard stuff. Make a mind and observation.
Okay. I think we still lack any observation, so it's just mind. But maybe the soldiers have some. Let me check out. They're just militia. Let's see. If there's skunks there, not have it. If they're wolves, they have searching. So
Nope.
So, yep, the answer is we're all just rolling brains.
Ming gets a single success. Well,
Tamara doesn't notice, and I guess if we want to roll a bunch of d6s for them, there's only 4 of them. 2 of them might notice something.
okay. Well, Ning is the first to kind of point it out, since she kind of has the primal rhythm going on, where she notices that before everything was dead silent, and now you can actually hear like night insects and critters about and that sort of thing. Nothing hostile, but it seems like there's now movement again. It's not so deathly quiet.
That's good.
Guess I were waiting for all the spiders to go away. Well, all the bad ones.
Careful what you wish for.
At least the big bad one.
One of the wolf militia just kind of gives you an eye when you say that.
Not that big bad one. But yes, do you post guards or for observation, or do you let the people you brought along with do that?
Well, I mean, it is part of their guard, and setting up a shift is probably good, and Ning is very injured. I'm not going to ask her to stay up all night or anything. So we'll settle into some 2-hour shifts. There's at least enough of us for this.
Okay. So the fortunate thing is that there's no problems during the night. In fact, everything seems a lot more chummy and cheery. But just as Yazi, you're getting into town, the sun starts to come up over the horizon, and everybody is, once the wagon kind of draws to a stop, and everybody kind of gets out.
Yeah, I'll have two of my guys carry Lu Wei to the doctor.
Yay, doctor.
Where we'll fish through your pockets to find if you have two Bu Huan to pay him with.
Boo.
Boo
Quan, yes.
Boo Quan. Okay, but yes.
It's the old
Yazi.
Mr. Burns joke. We weren't saying boo, we were saying boo Quan.
Exactly. I was saying Boo Quan. But in any case, yes, you go to the doctor, who kind of you knock on his door, and you hear some shuffling around inside, and he kind of answers the door with like the nightcap. It's like, oh yeah, oh God, what happened?
Spiders. Lots and lots of spiders.
Okay. He ushers you inside. All right, sit there and let me take a look at you. So, this doctor, is he an expert? Or is he a master?
Hold on, let me just double check the papers. I really gotta keep everything better together. He is skilled.
Okay. So he rolls a d8. So yes, he should have 3 then, a d6, a d8, and a d12. Does that sound right to you?
Yeah.
Okay. I can roll them or you can roll them, whichever you'd prefer.
You go ahead. I think I used up all my luck last game.
No, what you mean to say is you used up all your bad luck.
No, I used all of my bad luck in the first game, which means I'm in neutral territory.
Well, the good news is that the doctor gives you 3 to your healing quota there, Lu Wei.
Huzzah! I should probably add in a list. My cheat here.
And are there any other injured people that you bring?
Well, there is the injured guard.
Are you paying for
Okay.
him when you get back?
Presumably he does not have money, so he might go see the wise woman and the local priests of Salamalir and talk to them.
Yep.
You sure you want to do that, though? That's only a once-a-day thing.
Are you
Okay.
sure about that?
Well, it's because when you get back, you might want to use that heal, which, again, once a day.
Well, I mean, it's still going to take us a day to get back, so someone might use it.
Suppose that's fair.
And of course, Lu Wei is being taken care of, so... I do not know what the brother would roll or do to do the healing, so...
So are you going to go and see brother
Yeah, I mean, people have probably heard, like, oh yeah, he's supposed to be a nice guy and a healer, right?
I know.
He's a weird foreigner, but I mean, if he's willing to help...
So are you bringing the guard over, or?
Like, this is just me saying, I'm presuming the guard might want to get himself healed because he is injured.
Yes. Okay.
So,
if the doctor is there and it's like, yeah, it's time to pay the troll toll, he'll say, oh, gosh, I left it in my other pants. I'll go. But
and
yes,
find alternative medicine.
he does go over to Father Pierre, and Father Pierre, of course, is like, oh my goodness, what happened to you? But Tamra, roll a d12. Okay. I guess this particular guard was somebody who is attending services. So he does give he's also trained in healing people up in the more natural way and not the mystical way.
Of course.
So he will do that.
Yay!
Yay, for 2 successes. Okay, so he patches him up, gives him 2 towards his heal.
Okie doke, I'm gonna mark that down. Quota 2. Bam.
Okay, and as morning rolls around, the other people in the other group make their arduous trek back. So this would be a hiking or what's the word? Body, and if you have stamina or those sorts of things. Endurance. That's what I was looking for.
Right. Let me double check. Militia aren't so good at hiking. The soldiers are better, but they didn't come. It's just the militia right now. If 2 of them are wolves, then 2 of them have hiking, so they're going to be rolling, and endurance, so they're going to be rolling 2d6 plus 12 wolves slash 1d6 skunks, and then 1d6 Tamara. Does Tamara have an endurance at all? The answer to that is no. Oh gosh, I'm so exhausted.
Okay.
For the first time, and we weren't there to see it.
Carry me.
Yeah, Tamara starts to lag behind. And at first people are like, okay, let's keep, oh gosh, I guess we can't. So if you press on and kind of go after the sun goes down, you can still make it before it gets you'll probably roll in around 10 o'clock at night.
Okay. Rolling into town would actually probably be a good idea. At least then everyone can be home and then rest.
Okay. So you make it home, and you're also pretty tired out from having traveled, and you're glad to sleep in your own bed. But before that happens, Yazi,
Yes.
what do you do with that big old egg?
I'm leaving it on the cart for now, and I'm probably sitting around it.
Okay. You have a whole day, essentially. So.
Yeah, thankfully I've surrounded myself with competent people that can operate on their own. Actually, let me see here. I'm going to start gathering some people around me. Fei Hong, and Neon Shen over at the cart.
Okay. They come over.
Where are you, Fei Hong? Oh, you're over here. Yeah, because I just want to consult with them.
Okay.
They are my more academically minded people.
Okay. Well, they seem pretty stunned to see that egg, and they're like, "Whoa, where did you find?"
It was underground. More importantly, it seems to be talking to me.
They kind of look at you and go, "Is it telling you to do things?"
It's asking for a name.
Okay, well, I suppose this is when they do their academics check to see if they know anything about it, or perhaps supernatural. So I'm not sure how their sheets
They're
are.
typicals.
They're typicals? Okay.
Yeah, and let's see. Nian Shen would only have 2d6. And Fei Hong only has 2d6.
Well, they're your minions, so I say you roll them. Is one trying to help the other, or?
No, I think I'm getting both opinions.
Okay.
So 2 from one and 1 from the other.
So for the 2 successes, kind of goes, wait a minute, that seems like some kind of I don't know, okay, the sky dragons, the whole mandate of heaven and the rest of that stuff, that seems like something along the lines of that. Like, this is some kind of bridge between the supernatural and the regular world. And you said it was talking with
It was. Then it went to sleep.
Do you know how to make it do things? Like, can you wake it up?
Hold on. I'll look over into the wagon and say, "You awake?"
Sorry, what was that? You kind of cut out for a second.
I said I look over at the wagon and say, "You awake?"
There's no response.
Hey, I got a name for you if you're awake.
You don't hear anything.
I knock on it.
Be right back.
Well, still nothing.
Alright. Nope, it's not talking to me.
One of them kind of looks at it and says, "Have you considered, like, breaking it open?"
What if that kills whatever's inside? If it is a thing inside.
Yes. That's a good point. Yeah. Well, you certainly have a puzzle on your hands, to be sure.
Indeed. Have you been getting much work done, Fei Hong?
Oh yeah, work goes very well. Everybody seems of high spirits and of the weather has been good and they've been hitting their quotas.
Good. I'm thinking I'm going to need you to make another trip back to the city.
Oh yeah? What do you need me to pick up?
Well, first off, I wanted to see if you can find anybody who might have an answer to this conundrum. Secondly, I want to see if you can rent some space near the docks. And then try to find some capable workers while you're there.
Some dock workers? Yeah.
No, I need some... I don't know if the word I'm about to use here is correct for this time period. Retail workers.
Like shop servants or things like that.
Right. I also need you to keep a watch, or find out what the watch schedule is for the particular area of the dock that you might be able to rent.
Yeah, I think we can make that work.
Right. I'll collect some materials for you before you go. Say, depart tomorrow morning. That enough time for you?
Yeah, sure. Well, I'll get it set up for you, boss.
Right, I'll send Li Jin and Jinza with you as protection.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, how many? Yeah, I suppose I'll be carrying cash again, huh?
Necessary.
Yeah. Well, it's good to know that you got the best working for you, though. You gonna keep him on permanent?
For as long as resources permit.
Okay. Well, we'll see what we can do about getting something set up for you. If we can start, shipping out, that would be great. I mean, heck, this little town's gonna be something important soon.
Yes, we all have to expand at some point.
China will grow larger.
We get too big for our britches.
So, if you let him go, then he'll go and off to getting that set up.
She. Fei Hong is a she. Fei Hong is a female centipede. In fact,
Okay.
both of those people I called were female.
Okay.
Oh, grab the dock. There we go. Damn it, I dropped Fei Hong underneath the boat. Also updating my timetables since we moved forward today. We're 9 days away from getting paid, Tor.
Speaking of, what are you up to, Tor? Oh, I think Tor. Yeah, never mind. Tor said, "Be right back." Okay. So, You kind of do you do anything further apart from kind of like check up on your businesses and make sure everything is running smoothly?
Actually, I would like to go visit the inn.
Okay.
I guess I need a Fei Hong with me there too. Fei Hong is
Okay.
sort of my business manager, as it were.
Okay. Yeah. So you come with the two of you come in, and yeah, the tea house is pretty. Mei Ling, Zhu Ying, and Lena are all just ridiculously like trying to keep up with things. Ning not being there has affected it, where it's like, okay, it's one less person that is helping.
It's weird though, because you think Ning would be bringing in most of the people.
Well, she does, but it's also things are starting to pick up. Where
So a
it's-
lot of
they're-
disappointed people here today.
Well, yeah, there's people like, oh, yeah, when is she coming back? Yeah, but they also have Lena, who's she keeps getting immodest proposals from people, and she's just like, no, 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 and she's embarrassed about wanting to dance on the table without somebody for backup.
Right.
But yep, you go there, and Mei Ling and Zhu Ying both recognize you and say, "Oh yes, come on in, Yazi. Just here, clear spot. Okay, there."
Okay. So here's my question in an out-of-character sense, because maybe this is a product of me not paying much attention to the tea house before now. Who actually owns it?
Both the skunks do.
And that is Mei Ling and...
Mei Ling and Zhu Ying. They're sisters, and they own the place.
I guess. Alright, I'll take a seat and wait for them to have a moment.
Let's say, okay. No, throw him out if he's drunk. No. Okay, no, we need more. Oh, we're out of potatoes already. Not again. And then one of them finally comes over. Let's say Mei Ling comes over and it's like, I'm sorry about that. Well, what can I get for you this morning?
I wish to know when a good time to talk business with you would be.
Gosh, probably late. When we close the bar tonight. Maybe. Oh God, are you going to be awake at 2 a.m.?
That is my normal cycle.
Oh, okay. Yes, perfect. That'll be great. We usually can get some sleep before the morning rush, but yeah, given how things are, we might have to close down for a day just to get things squared away. Okay, it did. Oh, all right, sure. 2 a.m. Once we close up the bar, feel free to stop by.
With that, I'm going to fold my hands over top one another on the table and look at Fei Hong in sort of a nod. She'll leave. She'll go up to her normal business, and I will stay the rest of the day and watch business.
Okay. Well, business is pretty steady. There is a slower period after lunch and before dinner. That's a good time when Ning starts to perform, usually around 4 o'clock. So, it goes with happy hour. People kind of more, like they work the fields, they come in for something after the day, and they kind of catch some of the more exciting performances. But that isn't happening. So things are slowing down a little bit. But if you continue to stay there all day, you'll see that the business in the evening does pick up when the peasants are off the fields. The one guy kitchen, it cannot keep up with the food orders. So it's kind of been breakfast and maybe some snacks if he can put things together. But you can tell that like he's doing his best, but he has he needs help. It's really like a 3 or 4 person job at this point to keep things fully staffed, like to the same degree that they used to have, where they could actually serve full course meals. But the drinks are pretty steady until maybe around 8 or 9, and then it finally dies down. And then maybe around midnight, people start to filter away until finally around 1 o'clock they do last call, and then kick the last person out at like 1:30, and just kind of sit around and clean up or they don't sit, but they clean everything and they try to get as best settled as they can. Zhu Ying goes to count the what they earned that day, speaks to the cook about placing an order for more food or more inventory, and then she basically just collapses into bed. Mei Ling comes up and she's got very big dark circles under her eyes and says, "Oh gosh, you sat here all day. Oh, I should have brought you something." Yes. What's up?
Yes, I've been observing your business all day, and I noticed that you're horrendously, one might say, understaffed. That you are pushing yourselves very hard, and you are not earning as much of a profit as you could be.
Well, I mean, we are pushing ourselves rather hard. I mean, it's a small little town, or it used to be. Well, it's growing. No thanks to you, I might add. But, we don't have enough people. I mean, we're going to have to, we need an expansion at this rate. But we also need to hire more. Oh, God, we just don't have time. There's no time.
Yes, that's why I decided to drop by today. I wanted to know if you would be willing to sell.
To sell? Oh, gosh. I'd have to talk to Zhu Ying about it. Well, what are you offering?
Well, as most things in life are, everything is a negotiation. Tell me, what do you value this place to be?
She kind of, you caught her completely off guard, so she's just sort of, sitting there blinking at you, I don't know. I'll have to look at the ledgers. I'm sorry. You tell you what, give us a couple days. I'll talk with my sister. We'll see what we're at. I mean, we've been making more money here than we've ever done certainly than our father ever did or grandfather ever did. Gosh, we've never really thought about it before. It's just something that's always, oh, God, buyout?
It doesn't have to be complete. I'm more than willing to allow you to continue to run the place as you see fit. I would be also able to offer you more employees that would then be able to pick up the slack where necessary so that you don't have to work so late to the point of exhaustion.
She kind of nods and says, "Okay, well, we'll think about it, or I'll think about it. Okay, yeah. You know what? Maybe we should take Sunday off and go to church. I hear that Father Pierre is a nice guy."
There's no real reaction from Yazzie on that.
Reaction or no reaction?
I said there's no real reaction from Yazzie. He's just sitting there straight, hands folded, mask, so.
Okay. But yeah, she will kind of close things up, but I suppose, Ning, since it's around 10 o'clock, before you have the conversation, what do you do? Since Tamra goes back home.
Yes, hopefully you would come with us, Ning, and not just stay out in the forest.
Definitely not staying in the forest. Not in the condition I am now, so yes, I will definitely head back to the tea house. I will probably make a rather unpleasant entrance with all that gore on me.
And everyone like, as the whole bar kind of goes silent.
Yep.
Lena rushes up to you and says, Ning, what happened to you? You look terrible. I mean, you look good, but you look like you've been run
Spiders happened.
I'm so sorry, dear. I'm so sorry. Here, let me get you a cup of tea. And she goes and...
Let me just change first.
Okay. Well, she's going to put something on for you. Yeah, you go back to like the rented... Well, it's not a closet, but it's certainly not a room. It's a space that they've given you that has a bed in it.
Considering the hour, I will probably not bother the doctor and the priest this night, but I will try to get. I will look around to see if I can get a bath.
What was that? You kind of cut out.
I will see about getting a bath draw.
Okay. So after like maybe 10, 15 minutes, you hear a knock on your door, and if you open it up, Lena has a tea pot and a tea. But if you ask her for a bath, she'll say, "Oh, yes, sure, I can do that for you. Yeah, I'm coming. Okay. Just give me a few minutes." And
Thank you for the tea.
she, oh, you're welcome. And she scurries back to work. After maybe like an hour and a half, she comes back and knocks on the door and says, "Hey, your bath is ready. If we finally got it ready for you." And she's holding like a cut up fruit for you. She kind of shrugs. "I'm sorry, there's not much left. The kid, our our cook is just he's looks like he's at the breaking point. I didn't want to bother him."
Thank you very much.
But yes, you get a bath. If you stay in there for a while, eventually people kind of get the notion that you're not coming out, and things die down near the end of the night too. But if you stay awake long enough, before the water gets too cold, you start to hear Mei Ling and Yazi talking in the common area, since it's a lot quieter.
I am not going to want to. I don't want to stay too long in the bath, so yeah, I will probably check on the common room. Yes.
Okay, so you kind of wander out, and it's late. I mean, you stay in, but you kind of relax a little bit and feel drowsy. But you also make sure that, okay, nothing is bleeding. You do leave kind of like a pink and brown tub. But yes, you come in, and Mei Ling and Yazi are talking, where he brings up, "I'd like to buy out your bar or your tea house." And they go, "Oh gosh, I don't know. How do you respond to this?"
Mostly just by listening in.
Yeah, Mei Ling seems in no shape to actually discuss it in the evening. Zhu Ying herself is not present, but yep, it sounds like the offer has been made. It's a couple days. It's like, let's say, a Thursday or whatever the equivalent in China is. So it'll be a couple days before they decide to take a day off for Sunday. But beyond that, they will. Yazi will see himself out, and they will go up to bed and collapse for like hopefully 7 hours if they can manage it.
Right, that's why it's such an appealing offer.
Oh yes.
I only make things better.
Ling the Firebrand, the cute little otter girl. I don't remember if she accompanied down to the spider pit.
Not the second
no,
time.
she didn't.
Okay.
We went back a second time without her.
Okay, yeah, I think she got injured, and upon seeing you enter Idning, I suppose we'll kind of rewind it a little bit. She goes, "Oh, is it just you?"
Just everyone's heading to their homes. It's like
That big stupid That big stupid tiger didn't get himself killed, did he?
No, but he did get kind of scratched up.
You watch her, and she kind of makes like a face before kind of hiding it underneath like her layers of contempt. And she says, not that I care or anything, but is he still living at the mayor's house?
I believe so. He went on along with the cart, so I'm not sure where he's staying now.
Oh, they brought him back on a cart. It must be serious. But she kind of scampers off, and but yeah. And are you there, Lu Wei? Dun dun dun. I think Tor is missing for now. Okay, did we miss anybody?
I'm
Tamra.
here.
Okay, Tamra, yes. You managed to roll in at like 10 o'clock at night. Everybody is kind of happy to see you, but also kind of concerned.
Into that, to the people who see her, she'll say, gather around at my home. I'll pour some tea and I'll explain I'll explain what's occurred.
Samuel will take off your cloak and draw some tea.
Thank you, Samuel. You're such a dear. And so to like maybe I suppose whoever's like up at 10 that like followed her to here, like she'll explain like oh yes, we went out in this direction to the cave. We fought a terrible demonic spider. Of all things,
Oh,
found something even greater than gold or silver or precious metals. It was a massive egg.
What? An egg, you say? What? Where is it?
Clearly, it is a representation of how we are blessed by the heavens themselves to be here in Yuchin and to prosper from here on. I think I might have to ask Yazi where it went. He came in with it, didn't he?
Yes, Yazi. What did you bring it back to the mayor's house?
No, remember, it's still in the wagon.
Okay, yeah, but still in the wagon, so it's not in the house.
All right. So if like someone goes like, "Oh yeah, I saw it out on the wagon," she'll go, "Let's go see it then." And she'll like gather up like the small crowd to like go and show it off.
Okay. Well, as you approach it, make a mind and observation and add supernatural.
Oh boy, I think I only have a brain.
By the way, when I say wagon, I'm always referring to this one up here. As it's actually a wagon I put on the map.
Let's see. Definitely do not have supernatural. Just mind. And I'm tempted maybe to throw my personality in it just so I get to talk to the dragon. It's like I'm such a calm and focused center of energy. But let's, I guess, see how I roll the first die. And then maybe decide.
Okay, roll it. 1!
I think I will take that personality die so I don't just, like, destroy it.
Okay.
Okay. A little better.
Inside your head, you think you hear for a minute like maybe a boy aged 8 to 10 kind of whimper in fear for a moment, and then it goes.
So Tamara's just going to hear it, but maybe not necessarily recognize where it came from, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean,
and she's gonna go, "It's okay, young child. It's just a giant egg. Look at it. It's pure and heavenly. And here it is now with us to share its good fortune. Only good things can come to us now."
Oh yes! Oh my goodness! That's it. Truly is a gift from the the realms above, and surely this must be some sort of good omen for us. And wow, and that's a big looking shiny egg. It is. I've never seen nothing like that. And those sort.
Right, and Tamara will also go through like a series of thank yous, as like, and of course I could not have possibly done this without the assistance of my dear friends Lu Wei and Ning and Yazi and Shang Lupo, nor without the assistance of the wonderful militia we have here within Yuchin. Truly, they are dedicated servants of us all, and of to the peace.
And because this is, because I'm American, everybody starts to applaud. Everybody claps and eats burgers. But yes, everybody seems rather impressed with the fact that you came back with something like that, and nobody died, and everybody's happy. And even Father Pierre is kind of looking at it like, whoa, I've never seen that before.
And so before, like, of course, they keep asking too many questions, she'll go like, I have many people to consult to learn what I can of this egg, of what perhaps we could do to hatch its heavenly spirit, to make it rise and soar, and for us all to rise with it. Surely, it's a bit of a mystery at the moment, but I think time will reveal its mystery for us.
Indeed it will. Indeed it will. So, that kind of like, yeah, it's late, so people are, okay, well, let's go home for tomorrow. It'll still stay there.
Of course.
It'll still be there tomorrow. But Lu Wei, are you there, Lu Wei?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so Ning goes off to the tea house, and
Sorry, what? Yeah, you cut out there.
where do you go? I mean, Ning went back to the tea house, but where did you end up?
I'm basically going to sorry, try to recover for the most part. So I'm gonna go have good food at the tea house, and are there any baths in the town?
There are in the tea house, but not for your size.
Boo!
Yes.
Guess that's something I'll have to dig once I'm better. I'm gonna add that to the list. Maybe that's a goal. Make a bath for myself.
You could make a bathhouse.
That's a lot.
Well, you're
fits me.
yeah, it's halfway there, honestly.
I'm totally going to do that.
Okay.
But yeah, in the meantime, since I'm injured, I'm gonna focus on recuperating. So good food, good drink, and good beds.
So, do you still live with Zheng Lupo, or did you get a new place?
I believe he got a new place.
I think it's still being built.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's still being built. Yes.
Okay. Sounds good, Griff. So after maybe about an hour or so, you're laying on bed, just about ready to fall asleep, and you hear a knock.
I'll get up from creaking bed and open the door.
Standing there is the cute little otter girl who looks like she sees you, and kind of you see a little bit of a oh my goodness, like you're hurt, and then idiot, I don't like you. She's like, well, I'm glad you didn't get yourself killed.